body you always should have had, with trim, toned muscularity and the glow of good health? All it takes is a little exercise and watching your calories. We'll help you do it. So come on, give us the you that you are, and we'll give you the you that you can be. First trial visit free.
Okay, let's let it cool it there for a while there, huh? I mean, let them relax, you know. There's a thing they call did you know that in sales psychology there's a thing they call the optimum saturation point, and that's a very technical phrase, meaning roughly that point at which you say, I can't stand it. Will you get another station? All right, that's what that means. How many times have you said that? I'll never forget. I just wonder whether or not many television stations, and this one, incidentally, I think they're the most guilty of this, are aware of the vast migration of viewers away after the 18th minute of consecutive commercials in the middle of a film. By the time you go back to the film, you've forgotten what film you were watching. You know, it gets back, you know, and halfway you start to dream off right in the middle of the bacon shake spot, you know, and then you start coming back a little bit and then in the Campbell soup commercial, and then you drift away again, you know, and then there's 3 spots on to visit Jamaica, and then 2 airline spots for you to visit peaceful Morocco, and then by the time you drift back into the thing, they come on with a station break and then repeat another 24 commercials. You know, there's a place for a used car dealer out in Queens where apparently they consistently auction off the best cars in the marketplace. And there's a guy tooting a horn and ringing a bell. And he says, and not only that, free cakes and coffee. You can come down the day before and select the car that you want to buy. Well, you know, this brings you back a little bit. That commercial has a little life to it. And, you know, you like that big fat guy with the horn, he honks as another clunker was sold. And so suddenly you find yourself back in a film. You know, it takes you a couple of seconds. You say, well, what happened to Gary Cooper? Somebody says, well, Gary Cooper, that was last night, Al. So I was walking Gary Cooper. He says, no, we were watching Alan Ladd. I swear it was Alan Ladd. I said, what are you talking about? Alan Ladd was on last Tuesday. This is already Friday. You know, and then Alton says, oh, what the hell? And you switch off and you watch a rerun of a wrestling match that was fought in 1938. You could tell it by the haircut of the referee. But 6 of one happened to the other. So, nevertheless, let's get back now. We've just played enough commercials for you, right? And when I begin to see you getting nervous, or at least you're softened up, I'll throw some more at you, so get ready for it. Yeah, get your snorkel ready there. Have you ever had a feeling that what you need is a metaphysical snorkel? You know what a snorkel is? That's right. Well, see, no, most people think of it as this tube that goes up, but the real snorkel, you know, is a German word. Most people think of it as, you know, it's a thing they sell down at Grant's, which you swim underwater with. It's a pipe, you know. No way. A true snorkel was invented. It was a great secret weapon of Nazi, the Hitler world. Did you know that? Well, what it did, it was a very intricate device, not as simple as the one that you swim around in a swimming pool with, and it enabled a submarine. See, they put this thing up. It enabled a submarine to charge its batteries while lying under the surface of the water, which undetected. See, that's the whole point. See. The problem with a submarine is that it's operated by batteries. See, they have these batteries that are diesel operated. This, of course, is a non-nuclear sub we're talking about, a conventional sub. So they have to charge the batteries. Now, the only way they can charge the batteries is coming up to the top, because this takes it makes a lot of fumes and stuff. They have a generator, you know, that operates, and the batteries are charging, and the thing it's charging away, and they're set so that in 12 hours of surface they lay up at the top, they can fully charge the batteries, and then they can lie under the surface of the water. So they operate on batteries, or did you know that, underwater? So at that point, you see, the invention of the snorkel was very important, because they could just, you know, this thing goes up. Now, it wasn't just a pipe that went up. That wouldn't work, because you can no, you say, why not? That sounds simple. You put a pipe up in the air. Well, when you're laying in the surface, you're laying under the North Sea with 40-foot waves. I'll be damned if you're going to stick just a pipe up in the air. I'm going to tell you, that's the quickest way to know what's on the bottom of the ocean. You're going to hit the bottom awful quick and with a big thump. And so the snorkel was a very complex device and remains that. And now, wouldn't it be great to have a mental snorkel? Where undetected by your boss and friends around you, you could stick this tube up into the psychological atmosphere and absorb fresh air, which will not be easy to find in the stormy North Seas of your life. And the whole thing goes up there and absorbs this fresh air, and you recharge your psychic batteries, right? And then you could escape from your foes undetected, because that's what the battery enables you to do. They call it silent running. Did you know that that's a... You've heard that, of course. You've seen many a Clark Gable movie. You know all these things. And all the technicalities of submarines are totally known to all moviegoers. And that's why a lot of people think there's nothing to a lot of things. Because the movies, of course, always oversimplify almost to a painful degree. So the average guy thinks that the average soldier is dumb because they don't show him learning anything. It's very simple. Why, the average walking around yuck would have trouble even loading an M1. Much less firing it, taking it apart, cleaning it, and keeping it in operation. I mean, just loading it would be enough to throw the average guy for a month. Just taking it off safety. I know one guy that thought, yeah, he got this gun for Christmas from his father. His father gave him a .22. And he was going to throw it away after a year and a half. He said, it doesn't work. Well, he couldn't figure out how the hell the safety worked. All right, so, don't push me, Dad. But nevertheless, is it time for the station break? Yes, of course. I know how it works. This is WOR New York. Right. And now let's lay him out now with the final blast. Hit him, quick.
Which high-potency vitamin do physicians and pharmacists recommend most? Theragran and Theragran M with minerals by Squibb. The name Squibb on the label means that you have no doubt about the honor or integrity of the maker. And right now you can take advantage of a great special offer. Buy 100 Theragran or Theragran M tablets at the regular price and get 30 extra tablets at no extra cost. 30 extra when you buy 100. That's a month's supply for one person, but the offer's limited. Get your Theragran by Squibb now. It's the brand physicians and pharmacists recommend most for mixed vitamin deficiencies, and it's available at Haler's Pharmacy, 546 Passaic Avenue in West Caldwell, Medical Center Pharmacy, 365 East Northfield Avenue, Livingston, New Jersey, Center Drug, 656 Bloomfield Avenue in Verona. And don't forget to tune in to this weekend's Jets football game, sponsors in part by your local Squibb Theragran pharmacist.
Sing it out, men. Sing loud and clear. I want to hear it coming from the heart. That's right. Someday you'll own. Someday you'll own. Sooner or later you'll own generals. That sounds like John Mitchell singing number 121 of the great hymn book, right? Gee, I haven't heard John Mitchell in a long time. I wonder if he's still doing those funny little things and smoking it. Well, anyway, General Tire doesn't claim its tire experts have all the answers, of course. We're glad to hear it. They're modest, reliable, sober men. But they can tell you just about anything you want to know about tires. Narrow-minded, but they know it. So get out there and ask them about tires. Don't ask him about how to play pinochle. He doesn't know. Tires, yes. General Tire Specialist will handle all your automotive needs. And he'll even give you the words of this song so you can sing it on the way home. It comes printed up and he'll autograph it for you. LP with Tom O'Neill singing it. Sooner or later, you'll own Generals. Let's see. We have two more, and then you're off the hook for tonight. We can do the show.
Hello, I'm David Hartman. You know, we're all grateful when our children are healthy, and we sympathize with parents whose children aren't. Well, your youngsters can help children stricken by muscular dystrophy, especially when you encourage them. Send for a carnival kit. It shows youngsters how to hold a carnival right in your own backyard. The money raised will send children disabled by dystrophy to summer camp. Here's where to write.
Carnivals Against Dystrophy, P.O. Box 2000, Times Square Station, New York, or call 212-765-1725.
Okay. Now, do we have any more there? Right.
Fly Aeromexico, the airline of Mexico to Mexico soon. Aeromexico, the airline that takes you to Mexico City and on to Acapulco on El Grande, our wide-body DC-10. Aeromexico is the only airline to offer you first-run movies as well as stereophonic music on your flight down to Mexico City.
Mexico.
And to make your trip even better, Aeromexico has over 1,000 Aeromexico quality-approved tours to Mexico. There's bound to be one just for you. See your travel agent or call Aeromexico, the airline of Mexico, and fly with us soon.
All right, now we're all set to do a show, right? Enough fooling around. Bicentennial time. And the one thing you do not get, of course, watching all the bicentennial shows, is that there is another story. Any great human conflict, and that's what the American Revolution was, any great human conflict has two opposing sides. And after the conflict, after the roaring and the shooting stops, the opposing side is hardly ever heard. I mean, right? So, just as a public service, I'm going to bring you what one group in the United States feels. Now, I'll have to do this in proper dialogue, accent. I'm going to give the proper emphasis. The thoughts do not represent the thoughts of the speaker, who rarely has any kind of thoughts of any type, because he learned years ago that this gets you nowhere. It's not thought you need, it's an agent. All right, here we go now. This was sent to me by one of my spies. It is a piece of mail which he received unsolicited in the U.S. mails, and presenting an entirely dissident, let's put it this way, opposing view of the bicentennial celebration. Would you please give me some proper theme music? We shall fight them from the hedgerows. We shall fight them with blood, sweat, and tears. By God, they will know that there will always be an England. The Committee for the Truth about the Dastardly American Revolution brings you the following program. At last, the truth revealed. America, don't be deceived by bicentennial propaganda. Reunite now with England. As we approach the 200th anniversary of America's independence, we look with dismay and distress upon the many problems facing our country. The list is long and growing longer. We stop and ask why. What is the cause? These innumerable crises are nothing less than the inevitable festering of a grievous mistake made 200 years ago, the American Revolution. The corruption in high places, the putrescence of our political institutions, the decay of our country's moral fiber, all originate in those self-serving and extremist acts of a few of our hot-headed, rebellious, so-called founding fathers. Their unwillingness to work within the system and their violent overthrow of the benevolent British rule. The sins of the founding fathers are now being visited upon the children. The only solution is that the corruption of the past mistake is to reunite with Mother England. Travel down the pothole tarmac of American history at a 65-mile-an-hour speed limit, and you will see that every corruption, every brutal and violent act, every injustice could have been prevented if only those radical and hot-headed men had been patient enough to work within the system. Slavery was abolished in the British Empire in 1807, 16 years before the Emancipation Proclamation. Hence, there would have been no Civil War, no Reconstruction period, no Ku Klux Klan. World Wars I and II would never have occurred. Germany would never dare attack a British Empire that included both sides of the Atlantic Ocean. The American Revolution not only betrayed America, but also blessed